hate puppies.
It's good podcast.
I feel threatened.
A little bit.
Yeah, they're hot.
A little hot?
Everything's a little hot.
Okay.
I totally forgot about the. I was just listening to the intro song. I was kind of
Jamming to it.
forgot there that I was supposed to start the show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House. Hope you guys are having a good week, gearing up for a good weekend, and made it through the old Cinco de Mayo weekend, which I didn't really celebrate Cinco de Mayo this weekend. Did anyone?
We did.
Oh, we did. I mean,
Yeah.
I did the most
What's the
Mexican
best
thing possible.
Mexican beers out there?
The
I did.
best. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah. What do you think the best Mexican beer is?
The best Mexican beer.
Yeah.
Now, I would say,
Smooth fade.
yeah.
Do you like that?
I don't know. I like a good Modelo.
Ooh.
I like
a good choice.
I like
That's
a
a good
good
choice.
Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would avoid the Corona and the Tecate.
I went with the number one Mexican beer, Guinness.
Yeah.
You will.
That's what we drank.
You will not catch me appropriating their culture.
That's the
That's
best one
Did you
ever.
tell Bud?
Did I get a Bud?
No, did you tell Bud that you were going Guinness?
No. Guinness doesn't. Bud doesn't need to know about Guinness. I
Different zip codes, bro.
That's right.
got Bud's my side piece.
That's right.
I will always be a Guinness guy.
Yeah.
But no, Bud's a nice side piece from time to time. Actually, we've been getting a lot of hits about this Bud Red, the George Washington recipe. I guess this is some half-ass shit, and this is why I love Budweiser marketing. They've released some new beer that they're calling like the Red American Lager,
Yeah.
and they're like, it's George Washington's recipe. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. So then I did some more research, and they found George Washington's diary, and he had written out his recipe for a particular beer. And they go, oh, here's an ingredient we don't use. They took one ingredient from George Washington's recipe, made a beer around it, and called it George Washington's recipe.
And it's not his.
Sounds legit to me.
It's just a component of George
Where can you buy this
Washington's-
George Washington beer?
I know it's out now because I've been getting pictures from listeners.
Is old G-Dub on the cover, like on the can?
That's right.
No, it just says America
Giving
on
a
there.
toast.
That's it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Holding one up.
That's right.
Or pouring one out.
Yeah, doing the Shooter McGavin
That's
thing.
right.
They show him crossing the Delaware with
Yeah.
a case of Bud.
Yeah, on his
We-
shoulder.
shoulder.
The boombox on his shoulder.
Yeah, we did it. We made it.
Looks
On
like the Sam
Christmas
Adams
Day.
one. Looks just like the old Sam Adams label.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's about right. Just now it's George, just different wig.
We have a special guest in here tonight.
Yeah, we got Joe the chef in the house, man. How you doing?
Fantastic, guys. How are you guys doing?
Doing well, man.
Kicking ass.
And so I know before this we did a little prep, and I was like, all right, well then we won't talk about where you work, and I'm just going to go right away from that. Because I do find it interesting. You're in between chef gigs at the moment,
Yeah.
and you're taking a low stress job, and it's a job that I kind of
It's a job that everybody should have.
covet. Yeah, like
You
you're
take a break from reality.
Are we supposed to do like a wing cook-off with Joe
Joe.
judging it?
Yeah. Or making the wings.
yeah, we are supposed to do
I
that.
figure we do that in the middle of the winter, the summer.
Yeah.
Okay. I
As
can do it
opposed to the
anytime.
gorgeous weather that we have right now.
This is
Yeah.
true.
Let's wait till it's hotter.
Let's wait till it's muggy as fuck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Stand over that grill all day.
Lather ourselves in wing sauce.
And butter.
Yeah.
Not enough
And hot
mosquitoes
oil.
yet. Too early in the season. I need skeeters.
I had some wing blasphemy shouted at me earlier today.
What?
I was walking through my neighborhood, and this couple lived down on the corner. They said, you know who I'm talking about, Brendan, and Joe knows because we just stopped there. They were like, "Yeah, we don't like wood and iron. Their wings are awful."
They're idiots.
That's inaccurate.
Yeah,
I'll hit them with a cricket mallet.
I don't. I don't know anyone who dislikes wood and iron's wings. I don't know anyone.
I just say, because I can imagine the kind of wings that they like. It must
Yeah.
be like those slimy, wings that
They're
aren't
burnt to
cooked at all.
crisp.
No, the slimy ones where they're just like boiled and they cut like dominoes.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just cover them in
Well, the
wing
dude,
sauce.
I mean, the dude is a hunter and like cooks and kills his own meat and stuff. Like, so you would think you would know. I'm like, dude, they smoke their wings. Like, that's the way
they're
to do
ridiculous.
it. Yeah,
And they're big and huge.
yeah,
right.
and they have like
That all sounds
awesome
good.
flavors.
Yeah, would you like them grilled after we smoke them?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I
would.
Yeah.
I'd also like them deep fried too. It doesn't make however they come, they'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I am not much of a wing snob. Like it's kind of like pizza for me. Like
Yeah.
even if it's a lower level wing, I'm like, all right, that was good. I don't like them as much.
No, I'm
but
with you.
I don't like slimy wings. I like them to be crispy a little bit.
Well,
you don't,
that's
you don't
the
like them
part-
really wet.
No.
Yeah.
That's the trickiness with smoking a wing, because you can make them really slimy if you're not careful.
Yeah.
why
We
you
had
gotta
that
grill
Chipotle
them up.
barbecue dry rub from B-Dubs, and that shit's pretty
I
fucking
was trying to
delicious,
think
isn't
of
it?
what that was. That was an amazing wing.
Yeah, it's really good.
And anyone can get those at B-Dubs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
You
just
can even buy the fucking
Sauce,
shit, the
yeah.
sauce, the powder,
rub.
the rub.
Oh, they sell that
They
Chipotle
do,
dry rub?
yeah.
They sell all
They
their
sell every
sauces.
sauce.
That's a good ass because it has like a hint of that barbecue flavor,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
mostly Chipotle. But then right there is that sweetness, and it's
Yeah.
like, ooh, that was a tasty
It
wing.
is really
man.
good.
I
y'all-
had no idea.
So what did y'all do for Cinco de Mayo? Which also is weird because it was Kentucky Derby Day. So it's like
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
They're known for their racing.
Well, I saw a lot of Mexicans that day on the
Yeah.
horses.
Right.
It was kind of an appropriate celebration in the end.
Gigantic Mexicans.
You ever heard about like how tough it is to be a jockey? Like what they go through? Like it's pretty insane.
Like cutting weight like a
Yeah,
wrestler.
Yeah, those dudes are like straight up bulimic and anorexic,
Yeah.
just trying to make it go. Like coke addictions to stay thin. I mean,
teeth
it's
rotting out from all the puking.
it is a bad gig because
Yeah.
you know a couple pounds might be the difference in that nose edging across first.
Yeah.
Could you? All right. Here's a question. So, say like Vern Troyer, rest in peace, recently, by the way.
about
R.I.P.
to-
brother.
He walks up into the fucking help wanted spot for the horse
Yeah.
racers.
Everybody freaks
You know
out.
what I mean?
You're dead.
No. And he's like, hey, I'm fucking awesome. And they're like, this dude's the lightest motherfucker in
Yeah.
the industry.
Yeah.
Our horse is going to win. I mean,
Yeah, but you
They
still
got-
have to like have
But don't you have-
legs that are
You have to
long enough to
Yeah, you have to have-
rattle,
you
you
get some
rattle the saddle.
fucking wooden wickets. And
You short round that motherfucker. You
Yeah.
put some blocks.
horse
on
is
it.
like, this motherfucker's kicking my back all of a sudden.
I don't even know what that means. If it's, I mean, trot.
faster?
I guess
Are you
I'll-
looking for me to go faster?
I'll trot. I'll trot.
Ely, this morning,
I don't even know where to go with it.
I
Just kicking
Is
him
this
right.
faster?
It's kicking me in the spine.
He's pulling my hair.
dropped this morning. I dropped Ely's. What should I call it? His theory for blind people on
Yeah.
a couple guys today. And
Yeah,
they
it's
were
the best.
They were losing it.
It's not mine. It's actually Chris Rock's. But
Oh, is it Chris Rock? This
Chris
is
he's
Rock
the one
invented that?
started it on his stand-up.
See,
to,
shows what
to
I
get
know.
the little people instead of the dogs.
The service,
Yeah.
service dwarfs.
Right.
Well, somebody had a good point today. I don't know if we mentioned it, but one of the guys I was talking to was like, "What about a little person riding a dog?"
Well, now you got to pay two people.
Yeah, that's
you got to
kinda
The
pay
dog
waste of
didn't
money.
cost anything
well up front.
up front, but then the little person may get tired taking 3 steps to your one.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you guys care. Would you run into a
just trying to
union or
help.
something? What the hell happened here? You guys, all of a sudden, you guys are softening. Like, nope, 10-hour days.
We're trying. We're trying
Yeah,
to.
the lollipop gang kind of put us in the screws.
Union 449.
see. Why is it-
Ely, why the fuck are you looking at your phone?
I'm not. I got the notifications blocked.
I cannot have this dude looking at his phone. I'm gonna tear down the fourth wall just for a moment here because it's killing me. We're in the middle of the Caps game, and I have had to rewind the game, and I asked everybody to put their phones away, and the only person.
How long are we in? How many minutes are we into this?
All right, guys, this is a good show.
When you're blind, now they gotta learn how to talk dog. What kind of shit is that? You can't see, so you can't read the dog lips. You just listen. What? What? My shoelace untied? What? Cold outside? What? Somebody at the door? What? Motherfucker? What?
I like how if you can
Just
read his
give
lips, you
blind
know.
people midgets. If you're a midget, it's all already hard enough to get a job. Just have the midget tell the blind man where to go. Be a seeing eye man.
There you go.
Just walk in front of the blind man like, yo, man, you got to make a left.
I mean,
It's fucking brilliant.
it's pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
All right, no more phones.
I haven't looked. I'm
Freaking me out because the game is on pause, and anyone who's a Capitals fan can understand tonight is we have an opportunity to actually win in round 2, which is, as Ely
Have
would
they ever
put
done it?
the official Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what we do after this.
Have
This
they
is
ever
our
done it?
Stanley Cup. Not that I'm aware of.
Wow. And then, because, like, in the past 10 years, they've had, like, one of the best records in the league every
Yeah,
year.
dominating. They've been first in the Metro Division several times. And then they meet the Penguins and get a fucking mud hole stomped in their ass. Even if they're like, oh, my God, this is the year. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Meet the Penguins. Penguins beat the fucking brakes off of them.
Every time.
Every fucking time.
Well, one year was the Flyers. The Bruins did it one year.
Yeah.
The Canadians did it a couple years.
Good to have Joe here, isn't
That's
it?
right.
Yes.
Thanks.
Your wealth of
The
knowledge.
point is that I fucking hate the Penguins.
I hate penguins.
Joe's like the sports almanac in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Great. Glad to have
Right.
you.
Biff.
Thanks.
So, but yeah, so the game is on officially pause. I asked everybody to put their phones away, and true to form, the amount of respect I got when I asked everyone to put their phones away was I put my phone away. Everyone else has their fucking phones.
I don't care about the game. I'm not going to spoil it for you.
I just covered my whole notification bar up and went and found Chris Rock's Midget Talk.
Yeah, say thank you.
Didn't look at all.
Nothing ever goes wrong with that technique.
I didn't look at all.
Hide the notification bar. The texts are going to start coming off in
Oh,
your
my
pocket.
phone's fucking shaking its ass off right now. And I'm
Yeah,
not grabbing it.
see? That is
I
brutal.
refuse.
So every time somebody grabs a phone, I'm just going to get completely sidetracked.
It's actually me just texting him back and forth.
Yeah.
Hi. How are you?
Hey, Shooty, score!
So when y'all watch these games, like, y'all are on text threads with, like, a group of people, like, can you believe that shit?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Because every Caps
I don't
fan
follow
out
hockey
there-
like that, so
It's playoff
nerve-wracking.
hockey, man.
Yeah.
It's
that's
just
when everybody starts to care.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Every bandwagon fills up and off we go. And it is playoff hockey just messes me up. It's too like
Months
it's
long.
yeah, it's 2 months, but it's also just so sudden and just like it's over.
Well, I was
Yeah.
reading in
Or it's
Sports
on.
Illustrated today about it, like, the amount of parity in hockey, and basketball has a lot too, but, like, the amount of parity in hockey is even greater. Like, the number one team gets beaten all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, there's literally anyone can win. Like, very rarely does that work in baseball and football, but hockey and basketball.
That's because a lot of bullshit luck comes into hockey where just like a puck goes off somebody and then it trickles in or something.
It was the Chicago and Boston Stanley Cup where Boston was up like 3 goals, and they ended up losing the cup in the 7th game to Chicago because they put 3 goals in like 15 seconds.
And it can happen that fast where you're like, it feels safe and then it's gone. So it's just so sudden. Just freaks me out. So
Hockey's like soccer. It has like that whole like own goal fucking thing that is just disgusting. Like, oh, it hit off somebody's back or somebody's skate. It's
Yeah.
like, oh
You
man,
can't go in that net.
No.
So you were asking what we did
Yeah.
for Cinco de Mayo. We had
Did y'all do anything?
This is how I know I suck. My wife and kids were out of town.
I can rattle off a list.
Yeah, I got a
I was probably a good.
memo on my phone. Keeping track for about a decade or so.
Well, if you could just keep it in your pocket, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. So my wife was like, I'm going out of town with the kids.
Oh, so
I've
went
got
hard.
I got the whole house to myself to do anything I want.
You could throw a 3 wherever, whenever.
Yeah.
I definitely took advantage of that. That's the truth. My wife came back, was like, I'm guessing we got. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. She was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, I'm like, fine. I'm like, in fact,
Totally. Feel kind of great.
yeah, I'm pretty.
I'm drinking this
pretty
Pedialyte. I'm just catching back up with my electrolytes.
Yeah.
is exactly right. But I had, like, you give me a typical
Brondo.
weekend, my ass won't get out of bed till 10:30 on the weekends. Like, that's just standard. I like to
Standard
sleep
issue
in.
weekend.
This weekend, they were leaving. My ass was out of bed like 8 a.m. Like, chink.
Yeah.
Whole day to myself. Whatever I want to do. And all I ended up doing was stripping plastic dip off the truck, like working all morning on prepping the truck, and then all through the day at Ely's house working on the truck, plasti dipping it. And if anyone hasn't plasti dipped anything, I think plasti dip is probably like the single greatest invention of our it's like the duct tape of my
Next to the internet.
Oh yeah. 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
You
it's
can
a
plasti
matter of
dip
opinion.
As far
anything.
as like car accessories or car upgrades or something, it's up there for sure.
I think
Because a paint job is really
Expensive.
expensive. A good paint job is really expensive, and a shitty paint job is even more expensive than a plasti dip job.
in the end, it certainly is steals value from your car, and then also still costs you way too much damn money. So it's a bad scene. But I have been plasti dipping everything I can get my hands on for years now. Plasti dipped the shitty old golf club over there. I plasti dipped like panel boxes in the house so that they have like that matte black look to them. I mean, there's not much I haven't plasti dipped. And for people who don't know what plasti dip is, originally it was designed if like the rubber on your like hammer came off or something, your handle, you would just dip it in the bucket of plasti dip, take it out, let it dry, dip it in again. You would do that a handful of times until you had a rubber coating on the bottom. And then the internet
It would
came
insulate
along.
it and give you grippy.
Exactly. Then the internet came around and people started figuring out, hey, I can dip everything.
Yeah.
And of course, it just kept going, and now people plasti dip entire cars, and I've done that 4 times
now you can spray it.
My 8-year-old knows about plasti dip. He's like,
Yeah.
what colors you got? What are we going to dip? I'm like,
Well, the cool
"Jeez."
thing is you can peel it off. Like
Yeah.
you mess it up and you can peel it off.
It's a lot easier to peel off on like other items. I find cars take so much plasti dip to get a thickness that you can peel off effectively, which if I like put plasti dip on and took it off every 6 months, I'd be okay. But I dip a car and let it sit for 2 years and bake in the sun. It does not peel off at that point.
Yeah.
It's like it
So
flakes off.
so what do you do?
So I have to go buy like a damn dissolvent,
Oh,
like
they make
a orange concentrate.
like a solvent or something.
You spray all over it. It re-liquefies the shit, and then like you power wash it off.
Liquefy shit's the worst.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
I'm currently fighting through one, trying to do this show. just holding on as best I can. But yeah, so I have to like go through that whole process, and I don't have a power washer, so it's like now I've just got liquefied dip and a hose, which is not effective.
You don't have a power washer?
I do not, and I
You have
recognize
every toy known to man.
and I do not have a power
power
washer.
washer.
I'm aware of.
Yeah,
I don't
you gotta
have
get
one.
of those.
I've had a few, and they always break or something.
Get you a Honda motor one. That's the way to go.
I assume so, but I'm a cheap man. Actually, so Joe, we didn't talk about. You're at Home Depot. What kind of price can I get on a
The
power
same one
washer
that's there.
these
I don't
days?
even get a break. You actually
No, but I mean,
don't
like,
get-
are there good? What's a good deal on a power washer?
I haven't started that course yet. I'm still on
You're in
lumber.
the $200
I just heard about wood.
$300 for a gas power one. You can get an electric one for $150.
You want 3,000 psi at a minimum.
Yeah,
That's like the magic number that.
But
But
if you
that's
get-
like, Harry homeowner is going to have 2,500. If you want one that's extra badass and you can get your second story, you want 3,000.
Okay, so that's what I want. That's
Yeah.
my magic number. My
but
line in the
if you're
sand.
not careful, you can
Ruin
tear
shit.
things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I borrowed a power washer to do my deck at the old house before I moved, and I went out there and like right away got the nozzle close. Wham! Like a huge chunk of the deck came off. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
That's a
okay.
little close.
So that was a little powerful.
Took a
Back
chunk out
it
of
up.
my hand one day with
Oh,
mine.
did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was stretching out trying to get the upper floor up on a ladder, and my lead hand that had the like more towards the tip came off, and I dropped it across and hit the meaty part under my thumb,
Blew it right out.
and it blew a chunk out.
Damn.
And it was like really weird looking and then it just slowly started to bleed like the capillaries. But
Yeah.
it was like I was missing a chunk of my
Yeah, when
hand.
you first take a chunk out of something,
Yeah.
you've got about 10 seconds to really like take a good look,
Yeah.
see what that meat
Yeah.
looks like, because then the blood will ruin
Yeah.
your view. But you got 10 seconds there to be like, damn, look at all that.
it grossed me out. Like to see a chunk of your hand missing.
And then every couple hours, you gotta power wash it again, keep
Yeah,
infection from
exactly.
forming.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
So
Scrape off that top layer.
exactly right.
My fucking phone's going nuts in my pocket.
So
Stop. Put it away.
I'm just telling you it's going nuts.
It's not a tip.
I have bought an electric one.
This is going great.
And the gas power one. Almost killed myself trying to power wash the house every time. The gas power one actually seized up. So I found the best thing to do is to pay someone to power wash your house.
Because it's pretty cheap.
It's
Isn't
like
it?
$120, like
Jeez.
for my size house, you
Yeah.
know. And I think I paid like $140 last time. And the guy like power washed my house, power washed my shed, power washed the patio. Like Dunskies. Like
Yeah.
now, I wish I had the electric one back because that's good for like doing a patio or maybe your car or something. Not you don't have to get high and maybe your sidewalk or something like that.
Yeah. See, the problem that I have is there's a lot of places I have to power wash where the hose does not go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I got a 55-gallon drum. That
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna-
pull off that?
Well, I haven't yet. I got the drum.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tap in a spigot at the bottom.
Yeah.
And like kind of pull it around with the.
What I learned too with the less PSI, the smaller your spray pattern is.
Yeah.
So it takes you twice as many passes. So like, if you want a 2-inch spray pattern or a 4 or 5-inch spray pattern, like that makes a huge difference.
Right.
You can tear through some stuff with a wider spray pattern, but like it would take me hours just to do my little concrete patio without electric one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of what I was talking about. 'Cause
Yeah.
So I've plasti dipped many cars. At this
Honda
point.
engine.
Honda
3,000.
engine,
3,000.
3,000 or PSI
PSI.
on it.
You still have to maintain it.
Yes, I assume so. But it's a Honda, so I can maintain it a
little
less. That's exactly right. And Hondas, I just flat out abuse. Be like, I changed the oil 5 summers ago. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Can't believe it's smoking. So I've dipped. This is my 4th time dipping, and I've dipped a lot of things with rattle cans, but I've always found that when dipping an entire vehicle, you need I got the Wagner power sprayer, and that has been pretty money for me over the years, to dip a car. But the problem I've had is when you're doing the hood and you take it from straight up and down to now 90 degrees, it's now horizontal to it. It doesn't spray just right with the Wagner. So this time I finally decided to
The
upgrade.
Wagner's like for painting walls.
Yeah, it wants
Yeah.
you to hold it at a normal level. It's not designed to be in space, So I was like, you know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get one of those guns that hook up to the air compressor, take it over to Ely Motors and do it right. Because, I've got all day. And this is what you do when you have the whole day off. Why phones? Why phones?
I need you to send me that.
Unbelievable.
It was on Facebook.
Okay.
It's going to be the worst episode ever. You guys keep showing phones. I'm going to just sidetrack every time. It's great for the listeners. You guys are killing it.
It's a great pod
This
right
is
there.
going great.
So I went
Good
and
pod, bro.
got one of those.
Just
got one
keep
of those
talking and let us do our thing.
Actual spray guns to hook up to his compressor because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
got everything there. And man, I hooked this thing up after stripping it all down because, like I said, whole day off. I'm just going to drive and work on my car all day like a bum. And as soon as I start spraying, it's like a game changer. I'd never seen anything like it. It went
Going
on
well.
absolutely
Oh,
perfect. And I was like, holy shit. This is
Going
this is
great.
it. This is the trick. This is what I've been missing the whole time with that Wagner. The only problem was I had the little canister
Oh,
on
so
it.
you were running
Fill
out
it
every
up,
5
yeah.
minutes.
Every couple minutes, just stop, refill. Very first time I tried to refill it over at his house, he's like, "You
Spilled
need
it
help?"
everywhere.
I'm like, "I don't need fucking help." I'm pouring, boosh, spilled the whole gallon on myself.
Oh,
it was
my God.
down my shirt, all over his floor.
Just call me, dude, when you need to fill it up. I'll come fill it.
I was like, I got this, dude.
Because it was basically me, him, and Jacob. So
Yeah.
I'm throwing football with Jacob while he's painting.
I'm painting all day. These dudes running around like we're in SARS country. They have to have
Yeah.
masks on the whole day. I got ventilators on, stinking up the whole place.
Yeah.
Kentucky Derby on.
Get all over everything when you.
Oh,
do-
yeah.
So is it all over your walls? and
Everything
everything?
in the garage, at least on that half, is slightly more gray.
It's nice. You should see my lungs.
Yeah.
got
They're
the-
awesome.
the gray lung, Dad.
I'm positive I got plasti dip lung. We'll see how soon that kills me.
On the plus side, doctors can just peel it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go in through the trach.
Yeah.
We're gonna scrape this fucker. Well, that's why I wear the ventilation. I didn't wear goggles, and I have just had red eyes.
Well, that's good for your eyes
Ever
because your eyes
since.
are so healthy.
They're
Yeah.
so robust. But so I'm starting dipping, man, and this is going amazingly well. And I'm getting really cocky and really excited. And then, like, 4 coats in, I start noticing, like, on the hood again, where I've always had problems, I'm starting to get little, like...
Dingleberries.
Yeah, like little pills.
Like
if you will.
texture.
Like a texture, like little balls of dip. But it's not happening anywhere else, so I'm like, okay, it's just when I lean it over. Now, what I realized is I've never used one of these guns before. What's that gun called?
It's a paint gun.
But it's like HPVL or something. It's not HPV.
That's human papillomavirus.
Yeah.
You have that too.
Yeah.
I think that's the gun I bought. It's great for a while. It's great when you first do it, but over time you start to hate it. It's just
I think like 90% of humans have
It always
HPV.
breaks out the worst time.
well, it certainly did. Right at the end, my truck started getting warts all over it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was bad. I got some up in the cervix.
Why don't you just take the hood? Why don't you just take the hood off and do that separately? I'm just asking a question.
That is a brilliant idea, but that involves screws and wrenches, and I'm like,
There was none at my shop.
Yeah.
just no thanks, no time.
In Brendan's defense,
you had
that
the-
might be one of the things that, like, on that 85 truck, you take off, it might not go back together.
Yeah, never mind. I forgot which truck you were talking about.
That's
it is
true.
very clear. I'll tell you one thing that came crystal clear to me when he was over there. I'm like, all right, we're going to do this, huh? He gives way less of a fuck than I thought he did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as far as, like, I'm all trying to put the tape on, like, really close
just
to
slinging
the
it.
edge. He's just
Just
slinging
slinging
it.
it.
Like,
Dude,
it's all good.
It's like Stevie Wonder was out there. taking that
Get
thing
shit, just slapping tape on, like, no big deal.
Just
I'm
put
like,
the windows down.
Yeah.
It's like they always say, prep works for the birds.
It is,
Right.
man.
For sure.
It
That's the
doesn't
hardest
matter.
part.
It is, and
It
that's
is.
why
To do
I
it right.
That's why I glaze through it as quickly
Yeah,
as
yeah.
possible. Preps for nerds, and plus with Plasti Dip, oftentimes you can hide some of it.
Well, you're painting dark on dark, so it's not like a big contrast there. And
I was doing other things, like I was doing some Bondo work. Like I redid a hole in the fender. Now it looks really good. Like,
Yeah.
I focused on some other stuff, but then, like I said, around that 4th coat, I'm starting to notice the things, and I'm like, I came to the conclusion that it must be pollen that was getting in because the doors were open, and then as the pollen gets on, I paint over it, and then it starts clumping up, and then every time you do it,
Gets
that
bigger.
pollen gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So what I started doing was fucking with the gun.
that'll help.
I was like, I got it. I'll widen this and I'll crank up this and like. But what I forgot to tell myself was you've never used one of these before and you have no idea what knobs you're turning or what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm just cranking knobs going, it's getting better. And somewhere around like the last 4 coats,
How many coats does this damn thing need?
I put 4 gallons on it. So I mean,
Jeez.
but you know, it just depends. But you want more coats because it'll peel off.
It's like an extra 80 pounds of paint on that thing.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's a Forerunner.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you think you had it turned up too much and you're just spitting out too much shit.
I think what
Yeah,
I did is
I know if you don't have the air to paint ratio right, like if the paint's too thin or too thick, and then you're blowing too much air through it, it'll start spitting.
I think that's exact. I think I had because you had mentioned on the power washing you wanted the width of, the spray to be a little more narrow. I think I had widened it
Too much?
because I was getting a little bit of lines, and so I wanted to be able to do more
Fade it
for
out.
each pass. So I widened it, and what I think was happening is the outside of it was kind of like throwing it instead of
Yeah.
like a direct shot,
yeah.
which explains why when we were done there was shit all over the ground that we were able just to like kick away. Like it wasn't actually painted; it was like pills all over the ground.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that was the overspray happening.
Right.
So I think I oversprayed the whole damn truck, and then as it was getting worse, I'm like panicking and I'm cranking it up even more.
Yeah.
This thing at one point, man, Ely and I stood back. It looked like I'd skinned a Muppet on the hood. Like it was just fucking
Yeah.
fur.
It was.
It looked like old popcorn ceiling or something.
That's basically
exactly
what it
what
looked
it
like.
looked like.
I was like, oh my God, I killed a Muppet. And so I started then sanding it off, which worked.
While it was wet?
No, like it would dry, and then like I'd do like a light sandpaper. I was taking it off, and I'd spray over, and things were getting a little better. But it's just because it wasn't piling up on the pills that
yeah.
already existed. But what I didn't realize on the last 2 coats, I had thrown little balls all down the side, along the back, like the whole fucking thing. I think I ruined the whole
So
plastic.
now it
dip
looks
job.
like a truck liner bed.
Yeah, with leprosy.
But a truck liner bed would be uniform.
Rhino.
This is just the occasional rhino
Yeah.
line area, and then the rest of it's smooth, and then rhino line. Like, I screwed it up, and this is my 4th time doing it.
You ever seen a car that's been rhino line?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Yeah, it is.
On
And
like
it
a-
actually makes it tougher.
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you shoot it with
I saw
buckshot.
I saw,
It'll be okay.
I saw a Jeep out on Robius a couple weeks ago that was rhino line. I was like, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I definitely screwed it up. And the funny thing is this is the only time I'd ever bought like the real sprayable Plasti Dip.
Yeah.
Usually I just take it and mix it
Yeah, you
myself
thin it
with
down.
thinner, and that works well. And then I use the Wagner Power Sprayer, but I decided to do it pro style. Invested in the gun, bought
You're
the
not a
better
pro.
shit. Nope, that's the problem.
I don't know if you knew that.
Nailed it.
Spoiler alert.
I am built for
Speaking
the
of
half-ass
spoiler
way
alerts,
of
let's
doing
check in on the Cavs here.
it. No, put the phone down. Come on. So now I've got this truck that looks really, really good from 10 feet away.
Yeah.
And then when you get up close and like rub your hand on it, it's just,
It's like 80 years old, dude. Who cares?
I care because I put in a whole day's worth of work while the kids were gone. And then now I'm wet sanding it in between like on my lunch break and shit, trying to get it down. And then I'm going to be touching it up with cans. I'll make it look good when it's done, but Plasti Dip is supposed to be fun and easy.
Can you touch up like spot touch and it fades in? Pretty
Absolutely.
good?
Yeah,
Well,
for
that's
sure.
nice because you don't have to do a whole panel or something like that.
No, you literally like, tss, 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 and then,
Nice.
like it'll just fade in.
Nice.
And then you can even go so far as to take a little bit of like thinner, like paint thinner, put it in a spray bottle, and I'm debating on doing this. Just spray it on the hood, and what it'll do is liquefy the Plasti Dip and let
Yeah.
it settle.
Nice.
And
So-
that might be a way to get around that.
Here's my question, and I've had this question for you ever since the first time you ever did it. When in the back of my brain, I was telling myself, this is a horrible idea.
It's a great.
Have
idea.
you resigned to that yet?
That it's a bad idea?
Yeah.
No, it's a damn good idea. The bad idea is to not get all the Plasti Dip off from the time before.
But that's the point, though, is that getting all the plastic dip off from the time before is virtually impossible. So doing it just makes no sense.
It's fine if you're taking it off every 6 months, but if you're leaving it for 2 years,
that's way too much work.
I
And
agree.
it sounds like you can't unring that bell once you started the Plasti Dip down the Plasti Dip road. Like you've got to live that life now.
Yeah.
I'm definitely having to live that
Yeah.
life. Like
Because it
I'm,
keeps piling up and piling up
Yeah.
to where, like, you're trying to peel on the two. You're getting all the two colors off, but you're not getting all the colors off. And it
yeah,
just
like he
doesn't-
saw me
Well-
peel off a layer of blue, and then underneath was black, where I had done a poor job of of doing it prior.
Well, and
Yeah.
you have to fuck the paint up on the first go around anyway to get the.
If your car is in good shape,
Do not do this.
no, it's actually a non-issue because it's
Oh, because
it's
clear
flat.
coated. Yeah.
And so it just goes on and peels right off. The problem is my car no longer had clear coat on it. I've redone all the fenders with
Yeah, you started this a few years ago, so your car was 30 years old when you started, and it had this decals that were all jacked
I
up.
scraped
on it.
all the
Yeah.
decals off of it, but there's still glue there. Not a great
Decals?
Not a great.
decals. Never heard that before.
Me either.
Interesting. I like how these words are always. I didn't in my whole life.
We've been calling them decals.
I don't. There's nothing wrong with whatever I call decals.
Stickers.
It's not decals.
I've never heard someone say
Decals?
decal. I can't even say it in my life.
Decal. Like decal.
Decal.
Decal?
Wu Tang said that. I think.
Yeah, decal.
Decal.
Decalion
I'm
stallion.
I'm just so street.
Decal
Yeah,
jumped over
you
the
are.
moon.
Man, you're so hood.
I'm so hood.
Yeah.
You know. It's not my fault.
All right, we'll go
ODB
with-
taught me
All
how to
right.
talk.
Yeah.
Go with decals.
So I took off all the decals. What the fuck is the word? Decal?
Yeah.
Gross. That sounds like you guys sound like rednecks. So I took the decals off.
We sound like we speak English.
Hell no.
It's so weird to him.
Yeah.
It is awfully weird. You guys sound so weird. It's gross. But so those are still like the glues there from those because that those have been baked in
From
in
the what?
sun. Decals
Okay.
and UV. Should I pronounce UV another way? Twats.
I'm trying to help you out, man.
Oh, and I
Like,
appreciate.
you have a sales
I appreciate
gig.
that.
You got a sales gig. Yeah, you do. You fucking lumbering into someone's office, dropping that bomb. You're fucking losing that sale.
Brendan's the guy in the.
That explains
We
why-
Snickers.
sell decals too.
It explains why I didn't sell any decals.
Brendan's the guy in the Snickers commercial, the almonds. He's like,
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
almonds.
The guy dives out of the car. Right. I can't take this shit anymore.
We have been losing.
I'm the guy that
listeners.
dives. This cocksucker said almonds one more time.
Fucking
I do
shoulder
love
rolling
almonds.
out of his fucking car.
Exactly. Right.
Almonds and decals.
Yeah.
Look at my new almond decal. Looks cool.
These almond Snickers, they have weird decals on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't give a
I
shit. That's how
appreciate it.
it's said. So there's still glue left over from the factory stickers.
Was that a hybrid? Was that a hybrid car you dove out of, I wonder?
Hybrid.
There you go.
I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I do hate you people. Now, honestly, when I say hybrid, however the fuck you're supposed to say, I stop and think about it every time, and I don't know the answer because there's
Now
one.
you're all confused.
Yeah, so I'm just like, you know that really economical car with like the
It's
Got a great MPG.
you know it's got like one
the
electric
electric,
engine
yeah.
and one
like
gas
playing charades.
The electric
Yeah.
engine?
eclectic.
What's that game show, match game where you can't say the word?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a $64,000 pyramid.
Exactly.
pirate.
It's efficient. It's got an electric motor.
Brendan would never win.
Yeah.
They're
was
stickers.
Yeah.
They're
Hybrid,
another for
hybrid.
stickers.
No.
Decals. No.
Is it bread or bread?
Bread.
Bread.
Bread. It's probably
Yeah.
bread.
Did you see the dude on Wheel of Fortune who lost because he pronounced shit wrong?
Yeah, I saw. We were watching.
It's like
it
the
live
worst.
a few-
Seems so
videos.
unfair.
There's a lot
Worst.
of those.
Yeah.
We were actually watching it because we watched it a lot in our house, and like a dude did it wrong.
Oh, I know exactly.
Like just
what
a couple
it was.
weeks
it
ago.
was mythical god Achilles, and he said Achilles, and dude was like, yeah, no. And the lady next to him was like, mythical god Achilles. He's like, yeah, you are.
See, that's messed up,
Yeah,
man. See,
dude. But it's even worse. The same dude did the same shit in the same game 10 minutes later.
Oh,
The exact same thing happened to him.
he said Achilles again?
No. It was,
They had the same clue.
yeah, that's right. No.
I'll get it right this time. That is Achilles. Cupine.
Yeah. I won't show the video. Brendan will freak
Yeah.
out.
No, do
My
not touch
phone.
that. God help us. So
the one I saw was even worse. Like it wasn't even like I can see someone messing up Achilles, but like this guy was way off. Like actually, it was like a basic word, like decals, and he like just
Yeah.
totally fucked it up.
Like salmon.
You seen the Trump meme where it's like Mexicans? You seen that one where there's like a letter missing and it looks like, but it's not. Have you seen that?
Well, that always takes me back to the South Park
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune. That's
Yeah.
that's classic.
these
Horrible.
people annoy you. It's naggers.
Nagger. Oh, Nagger.
I know the answer, but I shouldn't say it. I just shouldn't say it. Really? You have 5 seconds left. But no, I shouldn't say it. Okay, I'm going for the win.
Oh God.
The camera guy just looks out.
He does.
Pokes his head from around. The
Yeah.
I can watch that all the time.
South Park is so good. They're still killing it.
I came across a character that hadn't seen any of them.
Never seen a South Park?
Really?
Yes.
He lived in
Like
a
he
hole?
aware that they no, and he's like big into IT and all
Tibetan
over the
monk?
phone. No. Yeah.
How in the world? See, that dude needs a weekend away from his family.
No, I think it was like he's into everything. It's just not his thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's
I
not
guess.
my thing, but I know like South Park exists.
I didn't say he didn't know exists.
Or
He
like
just
I've
doesn't
seen,
watch them.
I've seen episodes.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't like sit there and watch.
If you're our
all of them.
age, back in '97, I think it came
Oh,
out.
so guess what I did?
Like,
I showed him the Timmy Jimmy fight. I was like, dude.
How is that even representative of the entire South Park universe?
Because I just started talking about how Jimmy cripples me, dude. No pun intended.
Oh, God.
pun is
Yeah,
intended.
pun is intended.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
I mean, I'm serious. Jimmy could be the best motherfucker going. And when those two get...
He's definitely the best.
Oh, my God. With the fucking arm crutches.
Dude, I'm telling you, in '97, I had an apartment downtown, and I had a night job. I worked the evening shift from 3 to 11, and I would take my lunch break at 10 o'clock to go sit down and watch that show because there was no DVRs.
Yeah.
Like, if you missed it, you had missed it. Like, it was guaranteed you must watch this shit so you can be
That's
in
right.
on all the funny jokes. And, like, I would take my lunch break from 10 to 10:30.
Guess what this dude's fraternity nickname is?
Oh, what?
Big Gay Al.
Like, I can't believe that's never come
I
up.
know. How has that never come out?
Like, isn't that
awesome.
amazing? Because he looks like him.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I act like it more than anything. The looks are just the icing on the cake.
Like he
I just
used,
wore scarves all the time.
You did?
Yeah.
he used to sit there and do that voice as a pledge and think it was funny. We were like, your nickname's
I had
gonna
to do,
suck.
they made me do a skit, and we did that for a skit.
Uh-huh.
And actually, our friend Jimmy in Georgia
Yeah.
is
Was
the
he
one
Jimmy?
that made it. Huh?
Was he Jimmy?
No. He made it stick. He was like, that skit was so good, and you nailed that Big Gay Al. That's your name forever.
No, I mean,
Big Al.
you can't tell me your name's Big Al, and you can't tell me you do that without giving me a taste of some Big Al.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what the skit was, and if I could think of the lines, I could give it to you.
I don't know. You didn't know it then either. You just
Oh,
naturally
man.
slipped into it.
No, I knew it. I watched South Park all the time, and
You saw him like change his face changed. He like turned into the character.
I mean, he was just.
Stan.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he.
he was great at
Yeah,
it.
I don't remember what the lines were that it was one of his first because this was when it first had come out in Big Gay Al.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, I only had one episode at that time, and it
Yeah.
was like I knew all the words to that whole episode.
Nicknames are the best in that situation because like people are getting them. Like people get all kinds of like,
Yeah.
all right, that's a cool nickname. All right, that's cool. And then we get
This
to Ely,
one,
and
the curveball.
it's like, and you are Big Gay Al. And he's like, fuck.
Cool. Yeah.
Can I take this pin off now?
Oh,
You
and my
asshole?
my paddle has Big Gay Al himself inscribed, like an actual picture of Big Gay Al.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
it is awesome.
It was definitely. What's a twist?
My buddy Justin brought up the episode the other night about when Cartman sells his pubes to the bully guy. I hadn't thought
I
of
haven't
that in
seen
forever.
that. I only remember like the first season ones, like the pig fucking the elephant. You know what I mean? They had to get it all wasted.
I know I don't watch them anymore because I just can't keep up with all. But then I know they're still very topical and hilarious.
That's what's great about
They're
it.
amazing.
I mean, you saw the document. I mean, they have a documentary on it where they go in there.
They storyboard
Monday.
that shit on Monday
Yeah, they
and
do
have
it
it out
in a
on
week.
Thursday.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's insane.
And so it's topical as
and
all
to have
get
that
out.
top-notch animation done that quickly.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
how
exactly.
did they turn that around?
That
You know who
is
else
the loophole.
cracks me the fuck up is fucking what Ike. Kick the baby. That little motherfucker. Kick the baby. Fucking he's Canadian. His head's bobbing and shit. Oh my god, dude.
They are the worst. South
Hey,
Park
Terrence.
7.
Yeah.
Joe, did you, speaking of Big Gay Al, didn't you bring us a very interesting deli today?
Yes, I did.
We
So,
need- yeah, we
What's
need
the story?
backstory
What's
on
the
that.
story on this?
so my wife's having a baby, and before Troy
Congratulations.
says it again, yes, it's mine.
I was going to say who's the dad, but
You haven't even met the
Told me you were
kid. How
gonna
do
wait
you,
to find out.
yeah.
hold on, if you've never met the kid, can you really
Yeah.
put your flag in the ground on that?
Reminds me of me, myself, and Irene, where he's like, man, never noticed the way the water beads off their hair. I said, come on, man, that kid's wieners is bigger than them sausages on that grill. What are you trying to say, man?
So, Joe,
story.
you were
I see your point.
Did you see that meme
damn it.
tweet? It was like they said
It's awful.
they told me a vasectomy was going to prevent my wife from getting pregnant. Turns out it just changes the color of the kid.
That makes sense. I've heard that.
That's awesome.
So
Get you every
All
time.
right, Joe, go ahead.
For sure.
the other week we had a baby shower. So with baby showers come all these foo-foo
You
drinks.
wash the baby?
Yes, with a pressure washer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
3,000.
please turn it
the
down.
PS down.
Okay.
PSI down.
All right.
Well, they're not dishwasher safe, so you got to.
Oh,
They
no,
used
I
to
get
be.
it.
Times have changed. We've all
Exactly.
gotten so weak.
Well, it's
Yeah.
'cause
I
they
was.
used to have
I've been
air
in the
holes.
dishwasher.
Same with microwaves.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't put them in the wash machine. either.
Snowflakes.
Super hot. If you turn the water on cold, it's okay.
You put them in the dryer, they shrink.
Yeah.
Too much lint.
Right.
So
Clogs
we,
their
You
pores.
could be an excellent dad.
yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, no, this is
good
going to
for
be
it.
good. I think you'll be fine. All right,
they
so
don't wash
you were
them?
saying
So we've got a bunch of all-day rosé drinks for us.
so like was that like the theme that there was going to be?
I don't know what the theme was. I just ended up with a bunch of rosé drinks.
Is it a
So I
girl?
brought 'em
Are you having a girl?
No, we don't know what we're having. We're having
don't know?
we're having a baby.
You're having a baby.
Maybe a boy, maybe a girl.
I can
Those
tell
are the
you
two
this.
choices. So
Not in this day and age. There are 3 choices.
Yeah.
You should don't
How dare you?
don't
Sure.
go
assume-
don't go
Yeah.
forcing some
Seriously.
gender on that child. Hey, where are those rosés?
Yeah, I don't think you should,
Yeah,
tell
but-
the child what it's going to be.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Yeah. We're all the
yeah,
same.
Watch out for the remote.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Come on.
I know. I freaked out.
Want to arm wrestle?
I know. So you brought in.
some Angry Orchard.
So
Ooh,
this
rosé.
I'm excited about this because these have been the ads are all over TV right now that they're trying to. Thank you, my friend. They are trying to kind of hit this market in between cider drinkers and rosé drinkers because rosé right now is by far. Did you taste it yet?
No, I was gonna open it for
Oh,
you.
okay. Rosés are like the most popular wine right now. Like people are going nuts over these. Like
Yeah,
all
so
the women
Now,
are drinking rosés.
I'm not a wine drinker, but wasn't rosé like as recent as 5 years ago, like white trash as hell?
It's
Like
white- yeah, white
everyone
Zinfandel.
like making fun
Which
of
is
it.
hilarious. Yes, I've always kind of felt the same way. But the rosés are so popular right now, and it's like every winery you
You
go
got any
to.
more of these?
Yeah,
You do?
yeah.
Can I take one with me?
I brought 6.
Okay.
You want one for
All right,
Jacob?
so this is the Angry Orchard Hard Cider Rosé, 5.5. Says made with rare French red fresh apples.
Oh, so there's no actual rosé grapes in here. It's still just apples.
Should I give you mine?
I don't know.
input?
I also do have rosé wine we can put in it if you want to
Like where this is going.
carb on that.
Actually,
shit.
on the nose, this smells a lot like a rosé. That's very interesting.
Tastes like apple juice to me. I'm gonna get drunk on apple juice.
I would love to get drunk on apple juice.
Okay, that's my opinion is forming rather quickly. I figure.
Yeah, so's mine.
So I
I
don't
think it
know.
would be 3 for 3 on
I went
Ely giving me shit for bringing beer.
I'm sorry, but Joe, we don't ever discuss the beers you brought in the past because you brought the DKML.
I know.
Yeah, the
Believe
worst.
me, I understand that. Hey, but I also bought it not knowing anything about it, and I prefaced that when I brought it to you.
Do you still drink it?
I've had it once more.
Really?
Yeah, but I also
you hate yourself.
Now they're pregnant.
I also like those high octane beers.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I can
Saves you
enjoy
time.
the sugar with them. But I mean, it's definitely like one, and then like, oh, cool, I'm gonna have a Miller Lite because I need to slow down for a minute.
Right. Isn't it amazing how some people don't have that gene?
Which one?
This I'm gonna slow down for a minute gene.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I think everybody knows people that are like, once I'm drinking, I'm fucking 100 miles an
Yeah.
hour.
We were talking about that
That's
the other
what
night at
I'm
your
saying,
house because I was like nursing beers because
Yeah.
I knew I was driving out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stayed there till like 12:30 at night, but
Well, I mean, I can do that, but like if I'm trying to,
but there's some
pile
people
one
who just
on-
cannot.
Don't.
Yeah, yeah,
They
they're-
just
yeah.
See,
They
if
just-
I'm drinking, I'm full on drinking
Yeah.
until I hit the fucking floor.
Yeah, I'm not going to come to your house, order my car, and have 3 beers and drive home
Yeah.
3 hours later. Like
Right.
I'm going to be hambo.
Right.
No, I'm not saying me. I'm saying the people
yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah,
and they're everywhere. And
Yeah.
I'm certainly not one to throw stones because
I'm
a
actually more
big
talking
drinker.
about people going out. I think it's easier to do what you say you did. You're at my house hanging out. You got to drive home. But I'm talking
You
about
have a
like,
responsibility.
If we go
Yeah.
like
That's
to
your
a
dog.
fucking bar and we go clubbing
you're
or
trying
whatever.
you're trying to get drunk, but you're not trying to black out. and-
Yeah, it's like when you are mentally prepared to get fucked up, the people can't still like. I have more fun 6, 7 beers
Buzzed,
in
yeah.
than I do when I'm 12 and miserable.
Oh, that's
So
a fact.
Maintaining at that 6 and 7, many people can't do.
yeah.
That's
You know
why
what I
I've,
mean?
I've really
I would
stopped.
say most. I would say most.
I would
people.
too.
I've stopped taking shots lately
Yeah,
because I can't control. Not that I'm not capable of controlling myself, but like I can't control
You get
how
out ahead of
how drunk
yourself.
I get. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I like find that I have to like just send myself home. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling so great because I don't like being fall down drunk anymore.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
just
Just
how I am
not-
with shots.
It's not great, but I can drink beer all night long.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful thing.
And maintain.
And I'll still get extremely hungover because, 15 beers is 15 beers.
That's right.
But you find that limit and turn the governor on.
Well, you
Governor,
Governor?
you can only drink beer, but so fast. 15 shots, you could really put down.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can put
All right,
this
this
thing down,
beer's this beer goes down very quickly. If you
does.
can't even call it a beer. All right, so the Angry
It's
Orchard
hardly a cider.
rosé cider made with rare French red flesh apples, which
So rare they mass produce it.
rosé is an interesting beast anyway. They just leave the grapes in long enough to not make it a red wine, but still take on some of that flavor. And the rosé grape naturally is high in sugar.
What makes this rosé? The fact that it's red tinted?
But that's it, right?
It's pink.
If there's no grapes in it, it's not a rosé. So this is marketing, but I will give them there is a rosé flavor to this for sure.
So I read the government warning, and it's that whole, according to the Surgeon General, women shouldn't drink alcohol. What do y'all think? Like, what makes a kid get FAS, or because I think virtually every woman drinks when they're pregnant, at least at the beginning.
I agree.
What's the line?
fetal
to where,
alcohol syndrome.
Yeah. What's the line? Is it when the
When
kid's
my-
like second stage or something? That's when the problems happen? Or
So when we did our first sonogram, like my wife Casey and I, we thought we were like 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And we were like 12.
Yeah, that
Because
happens
we
to
can't-
everyone.
We can't do math, and I have no idea how we.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So your fear is there was 4 weeks of just living
Oh, just-
life.
Yeah, like I know there was. Like there was at least 2 where we were drunk as shit on the patio. And-
that's what I'm saying. That happens to everybody
Yeah.
because there's always time where you don't know.
And it's kind of like
there's-
that middle trimester is that more of like the developmental
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
that first trimester, like you're watching like cells split and like
Yeah.
Yeah, at that stage of the
Stuff like
game,
that.
there's not blood going to the baby. Like at the
Correct.
very, very beginning,
yeah.
the mom's blood isn't coursing through the
Yeah.
baby, so you're okay to drink.
Or in my
For that-
case, wine. I mean,
But
wine,
that
blood, same
little tiny, there's that window where it's
Yeah.
like it's a non-issue. That second trimester is critical.
But we're all
Yeah,
doctors.
but I mean, there's still. Yeah, but I know that there's OBGYNs though that will say to have a glass of wine.
Yeah,
when
then-
pregnant.
I
Yeah,
was
they will.
at the doctor with my wife when she was pregnant, and my wife was like really stressed out and and the doctor actually said, "I would much rather you on these nights when you're getting stressed out have a glass of wine and relax than to put that stress on the baby."
Right. Yeah.
Because one glass of wine has no effect on the child. It's not going to hurt the child. What you're talking about, fetal alcohol syndrome, is
when you drink 40s and shit.
Yeah.
it comes about when you're chronically
Binge
drinking
drinking
alcohol
daily.
and getting drunk. I mean, if you think about it, so many kids, if just having a few drinks gave you fetal alcohol syndrome, entire generations
We'd all have
for
that.
sure.
would have fetal alcohol syndrome.
Right.
But they don't, because it wasn't until like the 70s that we were like, oh, shit,
That's the problem.
you should stop smoking and drinking. I didn't
Right.
even realize
We're,
that.
we're not having 3 martini lunches anymore either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I try sometimes, but
Were women ever?
driving a forklift doesn't. I spill my martini when you drive a forklift.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a bad glass design. Why was it?
It
never
is
designed?
horrible. Who's
Like,
the
yeah.
fucking retard?
Like, I don't
that
think
does
you
that.
can pick that thing up without spilling it, right?
No.
The bigger ones. I mean,
Like the ones that girls can get in.
yes.
It's so your hand never touches the drink itself. So that's why they have stems, because if a drink doesn't have ice in it, but you want it to stay cold, you never want it to be in contact with your
I understand
hand.
that, but the martini glass
Why not
isn't
make
like
it
a
a wine
wine
glass?
glass. Yeah.
Why does it got to be all fucking stupid?
Like
shaped?
45-degree
They're
angle.
sophisticated as fuck.
Oh, that makes.
I have
sense.
no idea.
I don't drink martinis.
Yeah.
All right, so Joe, you brought this. Why don't you go ahead and get this kicked off? Tell us what you think of this
I mean, it's an apple cider to me. I mean, it's like,
strong review.
hey, it's apple.
Well, do you like
to-
apple cider?
I don't mind. Like, I don't mind it. I'm gonna drink. I mean, I could drink 6 or 7 of them, but like, it's also like, okay, cool. I've just drink 6 or 7 apple ciders. There's better apple ciders out there. Just this rosé one's kind of fun.
What
It's
would-
red.
It is red. It is red.
It's pink,
I've
actually.
had apple cider, like non-alcoholic real apple cider with more flavor than this. Like this is very watered down and
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
I don't think it tastes bad, but it's. I mean, we're all crushing these things. Like it's literally, it's not much. I mean,
Every one of us is 3/4 of the way through this.
light beer
So-
is harder to get down.
But don't
Like,
you think though that if it was that sweet, like I think they're doing that on purpose. Like they don't want it to be as sweet like an apple cider because no one would want to drink it. Like they're trying to make
I
it
guess.
more light, like a wine.
Yeah.
And putting a ton of sugar in it.
But even like Angry Orchard's like normal stuff to me is just like the Mott's apple juice that everybody gives their kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, Joe, what would you give this 1 to 5?
I mean, I'll give it a 2.
Okay, I mean, that's fair. I get it.
I'm not gonna kick it out of bed, but
It's
There
it's
you go.
it's right down the middle of the road for me. I don't. As it tastes fine. I can't imagine drinking more than a couple of these because I think it's very sicky sweet, which is what they're going for.
Yep.
But I don't think many people are going to drink this and not like it. And being 5.5 is actually pretty high on the light beer scale. So I mean, you give your wife a couple of these. And,
Oh, it's a panty dropper.
yeah,
At 5.5% alcohol, it's heavy, but it certainly doesn't taste it. What would you give it?
2.5,
Yeah,
right down the middle.
I'm kind of in the same boat as both of you guys. What I find disappointing about this is it's not a rosé. I mean, they're marketing it as a rosé. It's certainly more.
But it
cider.
tastes more rosé than a cider.
It does, and
That's
that's
like
what
you
I
can tell they're trying to make it taste like rosé.
but I don't understand where that's coming from. I agree with you 100%. It's there, and I was going to say that there is a rosé flavor profile
Right.
that's undeniable.
Yeah.
There's certainly cider's the foundation. Like you haven't gotten away from the apple, but there is something in there that makes it taste like rosé. Like there's a hint of a grape
Something.
flavor.
Right.
What
When I
can't-
first sipped it, I
Right that
tasted
vibe.
the rosé wine.
and now that I'm 3/4 of the way through and the aftertaste is there, I feel like I've been drinking a rosé. Like
Right.
it's lingering. So in that respect, I would give them a little props that they have created a rosé flavor, but they're doing it with apples, and that confuses me.
well, it's not just apples. It's apples, sweet potato, radish, and hibiscus.
So they're using
So there's like I think the radish and the hibiscus
Combined.
are
Well,
where
so
you're
the-
getting that rosé flavor.
the
From.
radish is helping add color, I would bet,
Yeah,
more so than
Yeah.
anything. The hibiscus is a note that often gets picked up in rosés.
Yeah,
And that's probably
Flowery
exactly
note.
what they've done. They've added that floral essence to it. I didn't realize that. That's exactly what that is because that's the rosé we're tasting. If you're looking for a cider, there's better ciders. I mean, everywhere.
Magners.
Magners is a not sick sweet.
Yeah.
That's actually my favorite of the like store-bought ciders you can get anywhere. I like Magners quite a bit.
My wife loves cider, and she loves the Ace pear.
Any of the pear ciders, the Bold Rock pear is phenomenal. Ace pear.
What's the cidery right out here? Maybe in Powhatan or somewhere. Angela just went there.
I think they're doing stuff at Fine Creek. I think they're
That
doing
might have been-
cidery.
she-
Court, Courthouse Creek Cidery?
Yes,
I think that might be it.
Yeah,
522 and Route 6.
That's the one, and it's
It's
they
really
make
good.
they make unfiltered ciders. Some of them you'll get literally smell like a fart because
Really?
they're like they've been done in like earthen clay, and they take and it's since it's
She
unpasteurized.
bought me one to bring, and I totally forgot it. So
the Hoppy
next
Girl,
week,
the
I-
Hoppy
that's
Girl's
it.
fantastic.
That's the one.
Yeah.
We went out there for their wassail.
Yeah.
So like in that first 2 weeks of this year where it was like 4 degrees, my wife and a couple other people decided to go outdoors.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid. And they had the wassail, so they blessed the upcoming
I love it.
thingamabob, whatever, the orchard.
Yeah.
And
No idea
Harvest.
what a wassail is.
Harvest.
Harvest, yes. And we tried the Hop Girl and a couple other ones that were out there. And I mean, they've got some really good stuff going on.
Yeah.
They've started partnering with some of the other breweries that are out there, like Licking Hole and stuff out there.
I've hung out with that owner for a day one time.
Really?
I have a connection to him through work and got to hang out with the guy. And
So the Hoppy Girl's good?
Yeah.
I love the Hoppy Girl. It's my favorite
Really?
one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she's like, it's not overly hoppy. Don't think it's going to suck.
No, the hop just kind of brings down the sweetness a little bit, makes for a really nice profile. But that's not what I'm drinking right
That
now.
makes sense.
What
To
I'm
have
drinking
that hop
right
and
now
the sweet
is
cut into each other.
a shitty rosé cider.
Well, you want some shitty rosé wine? I mean,
I'm going to give this a 2.5. I can't go higher. I think it's a little overly sweet. I like that they've managed to find that rosé. I'm happy about that. But I think if I was going to drink a cider, I would find a different cider. But my opinion only matters but so much.
here, Brennan, we can give you some rosé wine.
Yeah, let me clear that palate.
Yeah, I don't think it's overly sweet.
Oh,
I actually think it's muted.
Jesus, who Who pours a man 12 ounces of wine? All right, go ahead, Haley.
I just said I don't think it's overly sweet. I think the sweetness is muted. I think they're trying to mute the sweetness to make it taste like a wine. That's what I think. And
It's not. It's not overly sweet. It's sweet.
It absolutely is sweet.
You're right. It's not like.
But it's not like a.
But if you're drinking beer, you don't have any sweet.
Yeah,
so like,
agree. Absolutely. So in that regard, I agree. But I enjoy it.
I can't count.
I like it a lot. So I would give it a.
Nice.
Get some of Brennan's.
I mean, at least a 3, maybe 3.5.
Troy, hit that bell for me.
Oh,
this
wow.
dude just gave us.
Holy
But
shit!
like
I win!
beer.
I win!
Yeah, you did. So should I be bringing that Hoppy Girl in? Have you had it,
give
Troy?
it a whirl. No, I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be one that listeners can't get their hands on unless they're in the Richmond area, but I think it's certainly worth drinking. It's a damn good cider. This one I will not. I don't think I would advocate, but I'll be damned if it didn't just pick up a deli. Joe, you son of a bitch!
I got a tear in my eye.
You've managed to
might be,
redeem
yeah.
yourself.
My nibbles might get hard.
I still put you down as the worst deli ever.
Hey, I didn't bring the hams.
I feel like Hams is a top 3 beer.
I can tell you, I would drink 50 hams before one DKML.
Oh,
Sure.
no, sure.
Oh, all day.
So Joe,
From all D.
don't go start throwing stones, motherfucker. That was the worst beer I've ever had.
And, like that with the winter solstice that I brought the last time I was here. That was just, I mean, because you guys had the Anderson Valley like a couple weeks ago, and you guys all loved it. Like some other one, I think that was just a bad.
Joe, here's your problem. You're using logic to try to figure out
Us.
what we
Yeah,
like.
yeah. I'm
Logic and what we're doing really don't go hand in hand. Now, you had said throwing stones, and that reminded me of
sorry.
somebody.
You said throwing stones.
Yeah, well, sometimes I set up my own then. What a segue. Where'd it come from? It's so natural.
It's yes and, Joe. Yes and.
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker. Send this dude to improv school. Yes, and. So, Troy, this one's for you. I know you are a Cardinals fan, and you've got that.
Yes, sir.
Arizona?
No, St. Louis. Baseball.
No, the bird. I just
Louisville.
love Cardinals.
Oh.
State
Yes.
bird of Virginia.
So
Yeah.
I ate a Cardinal the other day. Really, really good.
Anybody
meat.
else have like a grandparent or someone in their family that's like, oh, they like birds, so everybody ends up getting them something bird related for every fucking holiday. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
love
oh,
that
They
shit.
would love that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they would love that. They literally get every fucking gift from every human being in their
All
life
bird
is
related.
related to birds.
You get to a certain age where people don't know you, but they respect you. But they
Yeah.
don't know you.
Right.
And then they just find out you like turtles. And now,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
their whole fucking house is tchotchkes of turtles and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I do love seeing that. You're like, what happened?
Well,
You're like,
I think it's because everyone, especially me, I suck at buying gifts.
I'm
so
the
I'll
worst.
fuck around and crack a door and tell me what you like. It's over with. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, give me a lead and
Yep.
I'm in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need a turtle clock. Who doesn't need that?
Right.
the best.
Can it be the one from with Bugs Bunny with the rocket ship in the back or the rocket pack? If you can find him on the clock, I'll take it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like pigs. Like, I
Do
mean,
you really?
I'm a chef. Like, I really love pork
Yeah, yeah.
products to begin with.
Named his dog after one.
I named my dog after one. But
Babe.
Christmas, my sister drew me out of the grab, and everything that she gave me had to do with pigs.
Yeah.
So I've got salt and pepper shakers that say making bacon, and it's 2 pigs fucking. Like,
So that's awesome.
Sorry, that's funny to me.
yeah, I mean,
That one got me.
Are you at the point where you welcome it all or are you tired
yeah,
of
I mean,
it?
I still will get stuff every so often, but it's not every gift everybody gives me is
gotcha.
like, oh, here's a pig, here's pig socks, pig underwear. I don't know if I get pig underwear though. I mean, that'll be fun.
Absolutely.
dog's name is
With a
Bacon.
snout up front.
His dog's name is Bacon.
Yeah. As it should be.
Yeah.
So, Troy, Cardinal, your boy, the catcher,
Yadier
Yadier Molina. I've
There's
always
3 Molina brothers.
Is this story
they
gonna
all
be cool?
catch.
It's okay. So
You're like over. I think you're struggling.
this,
Wow. What a ringing
Wow.
endorsement.
jeez, crow. Joe, you're in. You're
Let's
third mic.
pause this.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
pause this and regroup.
Oh, no. We're grouped.
No, so Yadier Molina's been a dude that I've never liked because he has like neck tattoos all over. So I'm
Number
like,
1 catcher in the league.
absolutely. And I'm like this bad decision dude is always beating the Cubs. So I've never been a huge fan of
In
the
the
guy.
Arizona
Look, I love-
Cardinals.
St. Louis Cardinals. Son of a bitch.
He just cut his ass.
So the Cubs are playing the Cardinals.
I love the dude,
other
but
night.
I'm on the record as anti-neck tattoo. I don't think there's ever been one that's ever
Can we
looked
get
good.
into that for a little bit? I think we've talked about it many times, right? I don't need to rehash
Yeah,
that.
we're not fans.
I don't know if we've
Jesus.
gone over it.
But so
in detail.
Yadier Molina was playing the Cubs the other night. I'm watching. This dude catches like a 98 mile per hour fastball directly to the balls and dick.
Ooh.
Like direct.
Yeah.
They pull this
do not
dude
pass go. Do not
not
let
wearing
you
a
run it
cup.
What?
98 mile an hour
Not
fastball.
wearing a cup.
Not wearing a cup. That's what they said. This dude,
That is popular nowadays. But I
deserves
can
it.
imagine a
as
catcher.
a catcher,
He deserves it.
gets hit in the fucking dick and balls. This dude gets rushed to the hospital, emergency surgery. He is
I
out.
saw the blurb. He had a surgery. I didn't know what, but I didn't know what.
Yeah, because his entire twig and berries was just lit up, and they're like,
Eviscerated.
"Oh fuck, this whole unit may never work again."
Yeah.
Like, we got to get you out of here. I'm assuming things were disconnected. Things are hanging everywhere. They had to race
Oh.
this dude to the hospital, and he's been in emergency surgery.
Still, like, when was this?
He went to
This is
Hopkins.
like
He
2
went to
days
Hop-
ago.
He went to Hopkins.
Is that where they took him?
We're talking about the penile transplant, right?
No, that's where we're going. See,
Okay.
Joe, this is how this works.
Segues.
This is
How segues go.
Oh, setting it up.
Hey, you know.
Good to have you here, Joe. It's not going to seem natural in 2 minutes. Damn it.
So how bad off is he? Do we know?
They say at a minimum he's out for a month, just like rehabbing his junk.
I'm not worried about his baseball career. I'm worried about his fucking life.
So he's already out, and they've already, like, glued it back and stitched it and everything?
Yeah. He's still in the hospital.
Is he going
right
to make
now.
a full recovery?
They think so, but there's not even any. I know that from a baseball standpoint, they just went down to AAA and just brought up this guy like, "Yo, we don't know when this guy's getting
yeah.
back."
He's
That's
out
like
for
the
a
most
minute.
horrific injury
Ever.
ever.
Who the fuck doesn't wear a cup?
Well, do you know that I've heard that's really popular in football these days. People don't wear it. Wear cups.
I can understand it in football.
In football, it makes sense.
Yeah.
In baseball, it kind of makes sense. If you play outfield, you're not going to catch one in the dick and balls.
Yeah, only for the outfield.
Yeah, but if you're a catcher,
If you're a catcher, your groin is open.
Catcher, infield,
Infield,
pitcher.
yeah.
Pitcher.
Doesn't matter. Infield. Outfield
Infield,
can
yeah.
have a pass.
yeah,
Yeah.
catcher, there's no time that should not be.
Zip
I'm wearing a
zero.
cup in baseball. It's a hard ball that goes very
Dude, the
fast.
Yeah.
ump gets lit up every now and then.
Yeah.
and that dude's not involved in the play.
Right.
He's standing behind the guy who just got hit in the dick and balls.
For sure.
He's probably wearing a cup.
So so to Joe's point, like 2 weeks ago,
Is that those Not Your Father Mountain Dews?
yeah,
Nice.
there's a couple of them in there.
Nice.
Cool.
A couple of them in the Yeti. They're really cold.
I'm gonna
You got to
enjoy
chip
this.
them out because they're all iced over.
Chippo.
So, hey, Chippa. So, Yadier Molina gets. Oh my God!
Yadier Molina gets hit in the balls.
Which he gets airlifted over here, to get his shit taken care of, and then it reminds me of the story from 2 weeks ago, where there was this guy. He got lit up by an IED. This dude overseas, and it blew off his balls and dick, and so he's all fucked up, and he comes back.
So he is Yadier's dick now. I see how you're tying these
All,
together.
all tattooed. Yeah.
Just the neck side of
Yeah.
it.
Why does my neck have a tattoo on it on my dick?
Yeah.
There's tattoos all up on the head.
Just one side of the shaft's got a tattoo running down it.
Crazy.
Just says welcome aboard.
Yachty for life.
down Periscope.
So it got me thinking about this guy, right? Because he had his shit blown off, and they did their first successful, like, dick and balls transplant
On this dude.
on this dude.
Really?
Like, it was a full penile transplant. And they said that they.
But I wonder if it's like John Bobbitt, where it's just mush and you got to squeeze it out like fucking Play-Doh.
That's why I'm
Or
doing
is
the
it
research.
like full on research?
Yeah, he is.
I
Like,
mean,
what are you talking about?
I mean-
You're reading white papers and shit? What do you mean the research?
I mean, the information was readily available.
He's like beautiful
On Reddit.
mind shit coming up behind his
Yeah,
head.
he is.
Like, he's
The
all over
research.
it.
He said the research.
I'm just rubbing my trousers, looking at microfiche in
All-
the
yeah.
library.
All I can think
He's
about
in
is
the
that,
library.
that water balloon toy you had as a kid. You just
Yeah,
grabbed it, just
that's
kept
right.
sliding out of your
Or
hand.
those fucking
the
sea
water.
cucumbers.
Yeah. Those things are hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like a fleshlight.
Right.
Wait, what? Gross. We were talking about Slick Willies. So
this
dude
guy got
had the first successful full penile transplant.
Nice.
And they said that they expect it to piss, get hard, and ejaculate like it used to. And this dude had a mangled mess. So there's hope for Yadier Molina.
Does dude get more ass because he's like, y'all want to see this shit?
Yeah,
I mean-
and are you more willing to take it out because it's not yours? Be like, check out this new dick
No, I
of
think you're
mine.
more willing to take it out because
Yeah,
it's
you're
like
gonna
a
have
story.
to. You're gonna have to sue that guy.
It's like a girl that gets fakies on the next level.
Exactly,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like, check this shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is she more willing to
Or
take it out
what?
because it's not hers?
Well,
What if the transplant was a teeter peter?
yeah. What did he check
We
it out?
successfully did your shit, bud. He's like, what?
it's 2 inches
Yeah.
hard.
Hey, that's what the donor had, motherfucker.
Do you want a dick or not?
Yeah, right.
Stop being so choosy. You look like a fucking Ken doll 4 hours ago. I hooked you up.
That's right. Choose.
Dude's like, I'd rather look like a Ken doll.
A
I was
Ken
just
doll.
driving in a Cadillac. Now I'm in a.
Yeah,
Pinto?
exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, you know,
I
guaranteed.
got
He asked
downgraded.
a question about the donor. Had
Oh,
to,
yeah,
right
yeah.
ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did.
Like I'd be happy
Yeah.
with two-tone Malone.
Right.
but-
He's like, this fella Asian.
You know, he's like,
oh great, my
That's
penis
right.
is super
He was
smart.
a center on the Supersonics.
Yes.
you know, he's like, I'll hold out. I'll
Yeah.
hold out till somebody like hits a red light. You know,
Exactly, yeah.
The donors-
Those basketball players are doomed. Yeah. There's going to be one clocking in any time here.
The donor's name was Dikembe? Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Fred? No, I don't want Fred's dick.
he's just sending like drugs to random basketball players. Hello, decent enough.
That kills me.
Hey,
I
where's
call dibs.
where's
I
Len
call dibs.
Bias's corpse?
Like, you wonder if they have pictures in a book. They're like, no.
Right.
I'll take this one.
Yeah, swipe left, swipe
Uh,
left.
sir-
This is the penis
Sir,
I'm
that's
looking.
12 inches long. Yeah, I know. It's going to be an upgrade.
Yeah.
You're like,
gonna
I've been
love
watching
it.
a lot of that Andre the Giant documentary. What's that guy up to these days?
Right. Yeah. Can we? Any chance we could dig him up? How long has it been? He's got to have a thunder humper.
Add in Craigslist. Looking to hang out with heroin addict with huge dick. Just get to know you, buddy. That's
Yeah.
all. I just want to get
I'll
to
buy
know
the
you.
heroin. You're welcome.
Right.
Oh my god.
Dude, the most awkward part of that whole documentary was Ric Flair talking about how big that dude's dick was.
Really?
Because
Why does Ric Flair have intimate
Have you-
knowledge
have
of
you not
Andre?
seen the-
No,
I
I
haven't
still
seen
haven't
it either.
You're fucking up. It's amazing.
Yeah, I hear.
He's like, ladies love that guy. I mean, he starts giggling. He's like, he wore a size 24 shoe, you know, so
Yeah.
ladies loved him.
Yeah.
He's like, he had a size 24 ring. So, you know, the ladies love him. He's just giggling to
That's
himself.
hilarious.
Like, he never says how big his dick is, but, like, he's just tiptoeing all around
Yeah.
like shit. And I'm like, exactly what Brendan said. Why is he so well versed in this guy's
Consumed.
junk?
Yeah. Like, all right, nature boy, go have a drink.
Right.
But,
just ask him if you can touch it, motherfucker.
So, is it going to be open casket?
Yeah.
Both ends? I just want to
Dibs.
pay my respects.
Yeah.
So apparently, though, they were able to do this transplant. The penis works now, and that's why they were excited. This is the first time they were to hook everything back up. But then
Science.
they put
Fucking amazing.
They
I
put
know.
dummy balls in there,
Yeah.
and they said
Just for jiggling.
they could have put the real balls in there, and they could still hook it all back up, and then you'll blow loads.
You can't do real balls because I know how that movie ends. Because if you get like the killer's heart in you, then you become a killer. So if you get like the wrong set of balls, who knows what you're going to be going after?
Well, so that's exactly
Yeah.
what I just found
That's
out,
science.
right? So if the reason they don't transplant the balls is because if they do transplant the balls, the ejaculate will be from the donor not from the recipient forever.
Forever? I don't
Those
think that's how it
balls.
works.
Yes, I read this. This is a fact. Like if I had your balls in me,
This goes without saying, Jason, get that drop.
I tried to hold out as long as I could without laughing, but I could see it coming.
And your balls.
Oh,
in
get
me.
that drop.
Again.
damn it. Okay, let's try this again.
Look directly at Ely when you say it again.
I did not.
With that glimmer in your eye. Right.
Is that longing?
Any chance I could get your balls in me?
Fuck me, man.
Okay. No, he can't stop himself.
Get that drop.
Freudian slip.
Can we get that on a decal?
Oh, your
Have you
butthole got
seen-
burned. My dick got slapped.
All right, so this isn't
Pass back.
going the way I wanted. But what I'm saying is that the testicles will always create the sperm of the donor, not the recipient, in perpetuity. Look it up, figure it out. That's why they don't do it.
I'm shaking my head no. I don't buy that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's an absolute fact because I was like, why didn't they do this? And then I kept reading, and they said
The
because you will
internet's been
always do
known
that.
to burn people, just so you know.
Ooh. Once or twice.
It's a fact. If someone gets someone else's balls, it'll always make the sperm from the donor. And that's why they don't do it. But it does make you kind of think, like, when I die, maybe I would donate my balls to science. Like, put them out there because then
Your gene lives on.
it just keeps going. So, like,
Freeze my balls.
I would like to put my nuts up when this is all said and done. I'll put them up. Plus, I got a pretty good unit I could donate to science, too. Maybe someone get a nice...
Put them up now. You're not using them.
Boom.
Here, guys, I'm done.
Speaking of Ken doll.
Knock the dust off.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm just going to shut this down.
We picked up
Yeah.
your dick joke, by the way. I picked up on that.
Yeah, yeah.
I just thought it was really interesting. Though.
Hon, can I get this out of your purse? I want to donate them
They're just sitting on the mantle.
to science. It's going to be for science.
Science.
I thought you had plastic them.
But they still have the sperm from the donor. That's how that works.
Dingleberries.
They're gray now.
Yeah, exactly.
They were blue for a while.
Right.
That's a fact.
Now they're gray.
Now they're
Then they
gray.
turn purple.
Yep.
Then slowly to gray.
Yeah. Well, the wife and kids were out of town all weekend, so they're certainly not blue
Yeah,
anymore.
they're
Right.
clear
They are
again.
gray. They
Clear.
are old. Yeah, they're clear.
Translucent.
They're running clean now. Good to go.
Nice.
Yeah, that was my whole story. It's just I thought it was a very interesting tidbit.
I mean,
believe
to
that
me,
happens.
the fact that he wasn't wearing a cup is just, I can't wrap my head around that. Like, honestly, like, if you're going to make the guy wear a chest protector and shin guards and a helmet, come on. How do you not have a cup on?
Because he's a retard.
It must be.
But he's been making bad decisions his
But
whole life.
but, like, honestly,
hence the neck
Yeah.
tattoo.
But honestly, like, I think there's a safety part of the MLB. I would think they would require it, right? Like, you have to bat with a helmet on.
Yeah.
That's not an option.
Right.
You should have to catch with a cup
sure.
on.
For
I mean,
sure.
come on.
I agree. I thought it was crazy.
Pop quiz hot shot. So,
The fuck is going on?
what percentage of people that get neck tattoos at the age of 18 want to rip them off their neck by the age of 30?
90.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair assumption.
Yeah.
90.
I mean, I don't think anyone walks into a job interview thinking, "All right, at least it's the good neck tattoo."
Yeah.
Like,
no.
What people that get tattoos in general want to have them off by 40?
Much less.
Yeah, 30. I think
Depends on what they get. I've been a
Anything-
big proponent of, like, your tattoo needs to have a lot of thought into it. Try to think as
I
best you
agree.
can.
I'm pro tattoo, and I have a couple, but I get tired of hearing being like people will get something and be like, "Well, this represents such and
spirit-
such and such."
my
It's like
spirit's-
you
yeah.
just wanted 3 stars, so
I
just
fully agree with
just
you.
do that.
Yes. I've
cool
said
with
that
that.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah, just say I like it.
Right. This artist talked
yeah.
you into some fucking spirit hippie digging
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and you're like, that is right. I am that way. You know what I mean?
But it is crazy, like working on the college campus for all those years, and all these people get all these tattoos, and it's like you will regret that come your wedding day or
Yeah.
come when you have your third child. Like you're
Right.
you're literally covered in tattoos. Like you can't even cover them up. If you wanted to, you couldn't cover them up.
Like my big thing with them is like being at Home Depot. I've seen it a lot more than working in the restaurant, which is kind of weird.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
that
make
is weird.
any sense.
That didn't make any sense.
It's
at
just
all.
a lot. Like you see a lot more people wearing shorts and
What goes
Yeah.
on in lumber stays in lumber.
Oh, do you mean
short-
like
actual
like
customers?
customers?
Yeah, customers
Oh,
versus
yeah, yeah.
like people I work with. And
Okay, that makes more
the
sense.
number of times I've like you see people with like sleeves and like the entire like leg sleeve and everything like that, and it's all like one solid piece. That I get. The random pictures on, especially women, like the random like, oh, it's this like this one, and this one, and it's on a leg. There's no fluidness to it.
Yeah, like the
Yeah, I've
lady,
always said that.
ladybug is my spirit animal. And
Yeah,
you're like,
you got a ladybug, like a roller chick
when they have
girl,
like 15
like,
different tattoos. It's like
yeah, and
just
none
go
of,
big and get a big one.
but
Yeah.
none of them make like they don't go together.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. That's like that part sucks.
You will regret it one day. I mean,
unless it's something awesome. Keep going back to that because I do think if it's something, if you get something that's fucking dumb and you get older and you're like, this was fucking stupid, but if it's something either very basic,
Like I've got a
or-
friend that's got all of the Goonies characters.
Yeah, that's
on
fucking
his, like,
horrible.
on his like, well, it all looks great on his leg.
Yeah,
for now,
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks great on his leg, but it's still a horrible choice.
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, hey, I like
5
them.
years it comes out that someone was a pederast. It's like someone getting a Cosby tattoo back in the day. Like, this show, Bill,
I like
Bill's a
Jello.
fucking
Yeah.
character. Bill is a doctor. He's teaching people how to be an awesome person.
He's got
doing
great
this
sweaters.
And that. Now he's pederast out, and you got his fucking Jello thumbs up on your
Saw
ass
a hilarious
cheeks.
meme today with his face, and it says Buffalo Bill Cosby, and it was on Buffalo Bill's body.
It's not funny. He's
That
an
kills
asshole. Oh my
Yeah, Buffalo
God.
Bill was the worst.
I was gonna say I was gonna turn
I'm a
on these sound
dude.
effects, but
Yeah,
I
the
believe
fact
they
is,
won't
like,
work.
I'm a dude.
Get all the tattoos you want, but be able to hide them when you want. I mean, you don't want the shit running up your neck or coming down your hands. Like,
If my kid gets a neck tattoo, I consider that a failure.
yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Unless you're a tattoo artist. Unless you're like one of the greatest tattoo artists of
Actually,
all
there's
time.
something to be said for that,
Yeah.
right? Like if you get to a certain lot in life, what's the harm in having?
Well, that's
a
what I'm
neck
saying. That's
tattoo?
why it's 90%, not 100, because some people,
Yeah.
end up riding dirt bikes or
Yeah,
fucking,
like
yeah.
like Yadier Molina, he's got more money than anybody would ever need.
Yeah.
So why can't he have neck tattoos?
It still looks.
He can, but people still look at him like you're a fucking retard.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's why.
Because clearly they're not going to go, oh, MLB. They're going to go, oh, meth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it
Right.
just you naturally
Oh,
go
you're
to
a
the
gang member.
And that's another thing is that like that tattoo's cool while he's in the MLB. When he becomes 45,
Yeah, when he-
like, who's this old fucking retard?
Or
You know
right
what I mean?
now, when
And
he
you know
goes
you-
home and puts on a T-shirt and a pair of cargo shorts,
Yeah.
you're like, who's this cat?
Yeah, it has
Like,
to roll his
Yeah.
noodle
So
penis
true.
up.
He's got his
Yeah.
Tevas on and his
Yeah.
cargo shorts. You're like, what's with the neck tattoo, Flanders?
Yeah, exactly.
got a frozen bag of
Oakley
peas on his
fucking
dick.
Dokley.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oakley dokley. It's a necky tattooey.
He's also not going on ESPN later after he retires. To, like do baseball tonight.
He might. Ray Lewis murdered somebody. He got a gig.
True that.
But he didn't have a face tattoo.
So Aaron Hernandez, and he's doing.
Dude, how funny was that show in Hernandez? It was like Aaron Hernandez out neck.
That's horrible.
Pull him out of your fantasy lineup. Neck injury.
Exactly. Oh,
He'll be back 6 to 8 weeks.
right. For sure.
Speaking of 6 to 8 weeks, we're going to take a hiatus for 6 to 8 weeks, and we'll be back after that. Nah, we'll be back next week. As always, that's how we roll.
As much as we'd like to.
Because we're trying to help you guys out. Boy, that was supposed to fade in. I'm not really ending the show. What are you guys talking about? It's fading in.
What?
So there we go.
You're a natural.
I am the best producer we've got.
Around this bar.
That is true.
So that's the truth. So thank you guys so much for tuning in again this week. Joe, thank you so much for coming out and
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
man.
me,
and
guys.
hanging with us. We got to bring you back and really do lay
things
down
and-
the smackdown on those wings. Something I'd like to do. We just haven't quite gotten there yet. And thank you for the rosé, the real rosé and the fake rosé. I'm going to go ahead and looks like a One of them just got poured on the ground there.
It was empty.
All right, nice. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. If you haven't had a chance to give us a review, you know which kind we like. We still want those 5-star reviews. Hook them up over at iTunes or wherever it is you get the show. If you got a topic for us, love to see you send it in to InsideThePalletHouse@gmail.com. We'd love to talk about it. We do check it before every show. Or you can always reach out to us on Facebook. We've got the page up there. Or you can always try to find us on Twitter and Instagram at ITPH Podcast. We'd love to hear what you're talking about. And if you haven't had a chance to Cincinnati swap somebody, you know the drill. Just grab their phone. They go, what's a podcast? You know, let me show you. I'll give you a shining example. Sign them up for one that's really good and then ours. We'd certainly appreciate that.
Definitely.
And then they'll have everything they need in there.
Yeah, because once they hear they're really good, they'll be like, oh, they're all that great? And then they're too late.
It's too
They're
late.
in, yeah.
The hook is set. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will talk to you in a week. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a really good podcast, don't you think?